Hello and welcome to the show. Now, Survive the Hunt 27 was a little bit of a different, well, I kind of had a different tactic going into this one. Today we're going to be looking at all of the various goings on. As ever, we have got the map that was recorded while filming this. So the flashing dot on the map, that is where I was. Dotted around, you will also see some of the black pins. You might also notice there is one of the hunters was out the top of the map. There were some disconnection problems. I think it was Bumpy had disconnected a few times throughout this, so they just got reconnected. The police were farting around at the start. We just kind of went and let Bumpy sort themselves out. Yeah, this one I tried something different. I was trying to go for really super stealthy. Now that does slow the game down quite a lot, but that was the theory. I was trying to go through the whole thing without actually getting spotted. Now, I did mention, the reason why I was getting out the cars to sticky bomb stuff, I didn't want to break the window, but it wasn't just about breaking the window. I didn't explain it very well actually during it, but it's not just the smash window that can give you away. Even if you do the hold your hand out the window so that your character winds down the window, there is still a difference with the window wound down. It is still a noticeable difference on the vehicle. So that's why, because I have done that in previous ones, but that's why for this particular thing, we were doing something a little bit different. That's why I was going for this approach. Now, at the start, everything went as normal. As we headed off to go and blow up the first some unhelpful events were occurring that were kind of already drawing a lot of people over towards me that I had no idea about.
Guys, I actually have a question. That's Chris's go-to. No, that's not Chris's go-to when he's on about to say something stupid.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't save that for stupid. He just comes up with stupid.
Longbow was slagging Chris off in the stream.
Chris was slugging Chris off.
Explosion! Rewind.
No, I've not got the notification for it.
I've just robbed a car.
The car's not here. He just blew himself up, so...
Oh, right, okay.
Chris, we were by the red car park.
And one of them's still in the car with me.
Now you can do Chris's job.
Bumpy's running a prostitution ring.
Well, two of them got out. So obviously my TripAdvisor wasn't much good, was it?
Not the fact you got a 5-star rating.
Yeah, it was only a bad for you, mate.
She's got her head in her hands.
We won! That's genuinely why did we get...
I can't remember where it is.
Last time he came from south to north.
I was over there, isn't it?
Yeah, he came this way. This time he went this way. Last time he was across this way. There's no cars.
I'm going.
Wait, there's no traffic.
No, there is. If you come along the edge of the canal, there's a few cars.
Any cars?
No, there's a simple solution.
These ones.
These ones down here.
No.
Did somebody just check these two black cars right here?
Hello.
We need more than him.
The one now, there's a black car that went in between them.
One of the coupes was funny.
Oh my guys.
I see dead people.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I found an invisible driver.
I don't see AI with that.
That is just some next level tactics.
Oh, not stick with this one.
That's a great
There's a black car
It means
heading
I
towards
can
the
like
airport.
bulldoze the doors.
Yeah, that red.
I don't think it's any of those.
The red car just hit it. The red car, is that not anything?
That's me.
Isn't that
That's
pickup?
wrong.
Yeah, that
Me.
black car
I aim
came
for
from
you.
That came from the direction.
Nah, it's not the right colour either.
Was that a kettle?
I don't.
Kettle? A kettle? Who's getting steamed up now?
So while I got off fairly cleanly out of this, it was incredibly risky. It turned out one of the hunters had managed to explode themselves not that far away from the car that I was heading to explode. So all the hunters were already heading in that direction anyway as I blew the car up. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of confusion perhaps, because so many vehicles were all of a sudden around there, but I managed to sneak my way out with no real problems. And again, it was a similar story for this next one. Some mess was going on as I happened to be heading up towards the graveyard.
There's a
Why
car
is there
being
buffalo in
overtaken
this
here. You put it at the cemetery.
Just the eye.
I'm gonna actually
Oh,
check.
she got out of the way!
No! Get out.
Oh, you can't sell it.
My woman!
Bumpy's woman got out and I just ran her
Wait,
over.
I heard a big thing there. Did I know if it was a bang or explosion?
Oh.
It was near the
Oh,
building.
Where was that?
Who's in the Picador? 'Cause that was a bit. Is it Chris? He's had a massive accident.
Does anyone
He's just
want
spun
to...
you out.
Liam.
Heard a weird noise.
Guys,
in the
fuck off.
stadium. I don't know if it was the countdown ending or was that...
Yes.
Oh, Liam,
I
that's
think
the
so.
start of the new challenge.
Oh, okay.
It's just started.
What's
You
Ewan? Ewan, where have you gone? What's
You
the challenge?
just taking the lead
Running
off.
away from you.
Liam, where is that?
You-
I want to play.
He's going toward Chris. He's
Oh,
going
hello.
past the golf course.
Oh,
Oh, so
Okay,
people
that,
there.
that.
What, have we found it?
Anybody-
No,
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 you-
I'm taking
Well, I don't know
Chris
why
there.
you try to chase me.
Oh.
because it's funny to
Anybody
kill.
in a blue Mercedes,
they've been
whatever
killed.
cool thing? A blue
Yeah, I want the
Mercedes?
cookie.
I'm an...
Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
like
Mercedes.
Is
Facebook.
it a shafter?
Yeah, this
Where,
one.
where
Oh,
is
I think this is
Oh
you.
that's me.
Intimidating
That's
show.
me.
saying sorry.
Oh, it's you, Bumpy. Where's your woman?
It's me. It's because I haven't got my
Your
woman
woman.
anymore, you see.
Oh, you've lost
You
that.
can tell he's bumpy. He's got pink hair.
So the hunters had managed to kind of distract themselves, and to be fair, no one had seen where I was. They kind of all went back to being more spread out towards the city, which works for me. It gave me a relatively clean, clear time to go and spin the car around and head to this next explosion. As I said at the start, the way I was playing this, the much stealthier approach was a much slower approach. I knew it was going to be difficult to blow up a huge number of prees because, you know, to park up, get out of the car, go on foot, and do all of this sort of stuff. So yeah, it was a very very different sort of approach. It is much more difficult for them to try and sort of find me, if you will. As you can see, I mean, they're around the city now, sort of all fanning out. They're kind of, I guess, almost waiting for the next pre to explode to know what direction to be heading in.
Oh yeah, this thing's not slow, but I can't see it. Like everything I've seen is
Yeah, it's not slow until you try and turn and get around a building.
Oh
believe
yeah, I
me.
nearly hit the Arcadius building 3 times instead of trying to avoid it.
Yeah, well, when you get to that point, the required statement is, "Oh no, building."
I know.
No,
my
But
personal
you,
vehicle's been
but
destroyed.
you said in a bit
Yeah,
more
no,
of a
my
panic.
personal vehicle's gone. Cemetery's gone.
Oh,
Cemetery,
what
okay,
the hell?
go, go,
Oh,
go,
come
go.
on, man.
I have a
No,
question.
You've
Where's
got
the
away
cemetery?
two of us, Chris.
Where's the cemetery?
Top left. The very
Top left.
It's
where
where dead
you're
people
allowed.
go. Next question.
Golf course.
Oh, next to the golf
I
course.
see dead
It's in,
people.
it's in the
There's a-
dead
there's a
centre.
bloody-
Are you trying to say Alex is
Oh,
dead?
I cannot see.
He might be. Ow!
Which channel is?
Did you not know?
Ooh.
And that
Yeah,
was
no,
Oh,
cemetery.
Chris, how can you say that?
Best survivor hunt Nick ever
Oh
did.
no, the audio file got corrupted.
Guys,
Oh,
look at the
no.
line of
Oh, shit.
traffic.
I'm in the
Coming towards Scotty's Prey from the
Oh,
cemetery. Look at this
Oh,
line of
it's really
traffic.
well recorded, right?
Look, there's 2 cars
What?
trying to overtake each other. I know there's a car that stopped moving, but
There
the
as
2
well.
silver cars.
Driving over
at the
to
front.
Scotty's
Where is
now.
it? Right, these are the
The
wrong
2
colours.
silver,
Oh,
the
this
2
is a
silver
big
cars
line
at
of
the front
traffic.
now.
So
overtook
down
each
the
other.
hill. Are we talking down?
Yeah,
but there is
no,
a
just
there is
like
a
Oh, I
a
see.
car that's got no person in it.
there's an abandoned car here.
Yeah,
Did
no,
anyone
but the
check
2
the
silver
motorway?
cars tried to overtake each other before that, before they got to it. So
Yeah, no. I
They're,
checked
they're acting
Fuck it,
very...
block the street and get
You
the
know-
guns out.
You know
Oh, okay,
what the
one-
best
Where's the
Oh.
blimp? Where's the blimp? I can't see the blimp.
Oh, shots fired, shots fired!
Oh, no.
I was just shooting randomly. Just...
Oh, I can see. I can
Hey.
see.
My plan, my theory of hiding in the graveyard for a little bit was pretty damn successful. Actually, there was traffic chaos going on outside. Of course, we don't see that from over here, but there's plenty of traffic, and yeah, no one was expecting me to be out in the graveyard. The blimp wouldn't be able to see an individual person out here. Tempting to try and rocket the blimp, but the rocket will just leave a big dull trail directly to where I am, so we left it. It worked, basically. The plan worked. Now, the getaway bit didn't quite work, as I had hoped. I kind of forgot about the smashing windows or getting cars from that car park. We ended up in a Astro, I call it an apostrophe. It's not a great car, so we had to go try and change it. It was all a little bit risky. It was more of a controlled risk, and as you can see, it was relatively quiet. Again, no one really knew where I was, so they were relatively spread out around the places we went for a swap.
Way as well.
I think it was.
Yeah, that's not bad. We've never done that tactic
Oh,
before, have we?
pink
2
muscle
people in
car.
one
Is it muscle
car.
car pink?
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah,
That's
turn
it.
around.
Right.
Turn around. Look at the white.
What?
Look at the
The
white
white-
apostrophe that's just gone down the hill. Or premium.
Apostrophe
whatever it
going
is.
down the hill. Okay.
The white
Yeah,
one was a black
underneath
one,
the
wasn't
road
it?
I'm on.
No.
Right down here.
It just, yeah, underneath me now, that white car you
White
see
one.
now.
Oh, it's just been.
It's been overtaken by a AI.
My
Hang on.
Chinese is coming.
That did a very
Point
poor
again.
maneuver
I should hope he's
at the
not,
top of the
Joe.
hill.
Point again.
I think it's a woman.
Oh, hang on.
Shut up, Hyper.
Yeah,
Where are you, dude?
I think it is a woman.
Make me.
There's like
Yeah,
3 people
it
there,
is.
but I'm by
No.
the mega, I'm by the shop.
No,
It is
let
a
me
woman.
rob it. No.
Are you just blocking traffic now, Chris?
I'll have it.
I-
Oh
that-
dear,
I-
she came.
I've run
It
around.
made
What do you
a
think?
it made a very poor maneuver at the top of the hill. Like, it literally went in between 2 rows of
Oh
traffic.
god.
I'll be honest, I'm just gonna check.
Oh, well, someone's had a massive accident at Hyper.
Wasn't me. It was Danger Man.
I saw the monkey on its head.
What have you
Ah!
noticed? What have you noticed?
Nigel, why are you brake
No,
checking
it's not him.
people?
It's
Fuck
just,
off.
It's just freaked out. It's fine.
People stop
Bunky, did
crashing
you just say
into me.
pina colada?
No, it's
No,
a
I said
monkey.
If you
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pina colada.
Oh,
Penis
that
sound
white
like
car's
you
got
said
some
pina
damage on the
colada.
front of
In
it.
Northern. Be quiet.
Penis
That
collider?
Well,
white car,
sorry.
just here, Chris, it's
If
got
you
some
like
damage on the
penis
front of it.
collider,
Have you seen the other one with the bubbles? The bubbles have gone.
What is it? Is it
If
the
you
is it
like
a rapid?
pina colada. I can't, it's too far away.
Come on, you can catch
If
it.
it's
I'm
freaking out, I just.
No, it's just no, it's the vent on the side of the wheel.
Jesus.
Thank
I
you.
thought it had damage on the side of it. It's just the vent.
Now, I got pretty lucky in this. They were just randomly on the motorway looking at cars, and one of the hunters actually clocked the exemplar. Now, they were looking at it, they were suspicious of it for, I guess, technically wrong reasons, claiming the car had damage when it was, well, the car didn't have damage, they thought it did, but it was just, I guess, the style of the car to where the vents were on the vehicle. But they actually went and had a look at the vehicle, they had a look at the car. Now, if it had a smashed window or rolled down window at that point, I would have been in trouble. Admittedly, of course, this one here we had only just swapped into, and, I mean, the exemplar is a very quick car in this one. It wasn't perhaps the first choice because it is a little bit distinctive. However, and that does get me in a little bit of trouble in a minute, however, it is, yeah, the ability to get away is always helpful. Now, I went off to, I think it was Mirror Park out here, my theory being, and as you've kind of seen on the map, these extremities don't often get searched. It's rare that I'm going to end up out here, so the hunters spend most of their time focusing around the sort of middle bit of the city where I'm more likely to be. But that does mean if I head out here to blow up the car, which is why I went over here to try and kind of drag them around the map, and I expected it to be clear, it does mean I have a fair bit of time, or you can still get quite unlucky.
How do we film this?
Chris, you tried to evade me or something.
No,
Is
my
my
personal
pre-deck
vehicle
or
was
not?
destroyed, which means he's in
Oh, where?
Mirror Park.
Oh, bloody
where's
hell.
Way,
that?
he's like
Where
Where the
way
hell is
on the east
that?
side.
Oh, was that by the oil fields?
It's
Yeah.
above. No,
Yeah, it's above the
casino.
Sort that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
by the
casino
casino.
way.
Oh, he's so...
Suddenly
pretty much
Yeah,
So
alright.
far away.
Oh, I don't think anyone.
Hey.
Oh, no.
Can't we just call it
Where?
an airstrike?
if it's not here, you can still put them up.
Well, it's a taxi we've not used before.
Where is it? Where am I going?
Not a pistol or a
Follow,
shot.
if you can see
under
the
the
blimp,
casino.
follow the blimp.
Yeah.
I can see the blimp, but where's the blimp heading?
Where the
Look
blimp
at-
is
look
heading,
at cars
it's
heading
going in a
away.
Yeah, but
direction.
where is it?
It's hit.
Yeah, but
oh,
I'm-
well,
It's
It
the
might
place
go
where it's
for
going.
the- Might go for the
What?
movie studio after that. If you're thinking.
From Miller Park.
I am
I'm
aging
stuck
so
on
many
the
miles.
Oh, it's not
Thank
miles
you,
away.
years.
That's all I wanted.
It's not
Doesn't a
miles away, you
destination.
can
Well, there's a bunch
Where
of
the
houses
hell
for
is
sale.
Mirror Park?
It's like over by the casino.
It's like a normal park, but like flipped.
I mean, ironically, by the time we get
Who's
there,
just
it's gone
fucked
anyway.
me?
It'll be, yeah, it'll be miles away.
It'll be all gone. It'll probably be the other side.
What?
I
Check
mean, he
the-
wanted to try the gay thing
no.
once.
What?
Gaping.
You're funny.
Stevie, come here. Stevie, where are you?
That sounded sarcastic.
I'm
It
by
wasn't.
Los Santos, in sort of under the motorway,
He's not going to be at
I am
or
bored.
by the customs, I
Still
should
see
say.
the blimp.
Come
He might, you
quickly.
never know, he could.
Where are you? Well, where? Where am I going?
By the casino. Do you remember that white
Red.
car?
Who's? What's that? Who's
Oh,
in the
well,
red?
just
murdered.
The
Red
The rapid
with one light on the
ring.
back car.
Rapid
Okay,
GT
Chris,
way.
where's it headed? I'm nearby.
Let's
Yeah.
Thing is,
stop.
thing is,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
yeah,
the
yeah.
load.
T-boned
I've seen
it.
the load.
Yes,
Who's
wait,
that?
is this here?
Who has
Chris,
got an apostrophe with a spoiler on the back? Is it not?
No,
an
it says
apostrophe?
not
No,
mentioned.
you can't give an
Yeah.
apostrophe with a
Me.
I
spoiler.
T-boned that one, Chris, and he died.
Why?
I know,
Probably
I've
from
seen
here.
it before though, that's the thing.
It's a premiere, is it? I couldn't. It's a bit
It's in a
shorter
sea.
than it should
No.
be.
I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Right, I'm coming up to the casino now.
I'm checking.
I'll
down.
stay here, but I don't think.
I see the
Wait,
blimp.
where
Oh,
is it?
dear.
It's just down
My
from the
internet's
casino.
having a wee again.
I don't want to.
That car's going down the road.
If he's going for bumpies, I'll go and fly down.
Yeah,
I'll
still keep a gander on the traffic going towards.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
it
right
is.
over.
Oh, it was. Okay.
No, I'm not sure it is. Is it?
Well, it's bolted.
No, I could. It is.
What is it?
It is. It's
Stop
bolted.
Oh my
stationary
God,
for
there's
about
cars
20
everywhere.
minutes.
Bolted towards where?
Storm
Storm
drain.
Storm drain.
Oh,
Storm
it's got
drain.
me
Oh,
on
I've rolled it.
What's
I've
he in?
fallen over.
Testicles.
A
white
white
Rapid
rapid
GT.
GT all exemplar. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh, how did he
Is
face
he
the
still in the
crash?
storm
He
drain?
faked his own death.
Yeah,
He did.
Oh, yeah, I can
what
see,
a
I can
bastard.
see it.
I drove
past
I think I can
I
see
smashed
it.
into it by
I
accident.
think I can, is there someone right behind it at the moment?
yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so where is he now?
He's heading
He's in the
towards
storm
drain.
drain. He's still in the storm drain. He's still
in the
going
storm
down
drain,
it. He's
heading towards
crossed
the sun.
over. He's gone into one of the little like side bits by the incident.
Alright, if this is where I die, just know
Oh
that
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah. He's
loved.
come out by the incident. He's going.
No, you weren't.
He's going right. He's
Hold
turning
on.
right.
I'm going
Right.
this
He's
way.
going to the
Better
going to the small hospital. Going past the small hospital. He's turned right again, heading towards the main city.
Cock!
Yeah, someone's just gone past. He's straight
Oh, yeah.
left.
I've run over a
He's-
homeless person.
He's not gone into the
Ran me
motorway yet.
over.
Still left, heading towards the
Don't take your
helipad.
anger out on them.
Heading towards the helipad.
It's alright, they didn't really have a lot of
All the
person.
helipads have gone the wrong way.
Yeah, he's gone
Yeah,
under
he's
the, he's
shifting
under the
in that,
motorway. He's
Yeah,
uh,
Chris, you're right. There won't be anyone who
going
has to
down
knock
that
on their
road.
family door.
That
he's
road. Cheers.
gone straight over. He's heading into the city.
By the
He's
construction
turned
site.
left towards. He's going towards the canals. He's turned right again, going back into the main
Oh,
city.
don't jump over the
Turn
bridge.
left.
Going
He's
to the
just
canals,
taking a lot
Alex.
of turns at the moment. Going towards the skate park. Wee Wang. He's at Wee Wang. He's turned
Oh, yeah,
right at
completely
Wee
gone the
Wang,
wrong way.
past the
By
construction
the
site where the
bulldozer
bulldozer spawns.
Sounds like it's going to Scotty's.
I'm actually
He's going
catching up
across
to
the
him
motorway.
slowly.
I come going
No,
to a
just
Scottish, to be
motorway,
fair.
Right.
Towards
Yeah, it could be.
Scotty's.
How do you
He's
get
gone-
off the motorway? I keep getting
He's
lost.
turned right.
there's a fucking
right,
exit.
You know
right,
those
right,
roads that go like
heading
up?
towards Los
Take one of
Santos
those.
Customs.
I found, that one. That,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he's heading
changed
towards
colour
Los
to
Santos
black.
Customs, I think. No, he's not. He's
The main
heading
one.
He's taking a
up
left.
towards the
Doesn't
hills.
matter.
He's past the
Yeah.
turned right on the main strip,
Taking a left.
past the subway stations near Michael's
I'm
house.
getting rained on. Let me shut my window.
He's going straight. He's going
Falling
past
on my
the.
head.
He's turned left, going into the hills. He's going into the hills.
Oh,
Damn it, I
I
just
don't
lost
care.
my stripper.
Another
try to
left.
drive
Another left. I can't.
I mean, Nick,
he's
you
gone
probably
right
ripped
up
her
into
off
the hills
anyway.
again. He's by Eclipse
I
Towers.
did, I just drove around
By
20
Eclipse.
minutes.
He's at Eclipse Towers.
Yeah, I
So
found
he's turned around. Why has he turned around? He's turned around going back down.
Oh, yes.
towards-
I've T-boned him,
Yeah.
T-boned him to
Yeah,
Left
he's
to
by
one
the
of
man,
the towers.
by the church that I mentioned before.
Oh shit.
Take me to
He's
church.
heading back down.
Tinsel Towers, if you know
He's
what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
turned right. He's going left.
Sorry,
I
it's not
forced
to
him
the
right.
main city.
Got to be going to a Scottish.
Past the
surely.
police station.
No, he's
past
not,
the
no.
hospital.
Nah, he's not.
He's past the little movie area. The sub
Jesus,
theatre
thank
area.
shit.
Oh, for God's sake, I've only stopped the
Past the
one now?
shopping centre
No, no,
where
no,
Los
no.
Santos Customs is. He's turned right. He's going over the motorway.
Oh, fuck, how I've
Fucking
lost all the
place,
times,
go
man.
He's past the arcade. He's gone into the car park under the Arcadius building.
Oh,
Sorry,
Make sure he doesn't try and do a Yui.
insurance.
He's left again.
Oh no, I've seen him. He's come out. Oh, he's gone under the.
sorry, ladder.
Straight, he's turned right, I think. He's heading to.
Oh, sorry.
He's gone into the small car. He's below the blimp. I can't describe this area, but he's underneath the blimp at the moment. He's by the arcade
sorry,
building. He's just
Come
gone.
on, Dave,
yeah,
man, don't go
by
this
square,
out on us now.
square.
How long do we have left?
Yeah,
He's turned right.
he's
He's
going
going
under the
across the strip
motorway
club area.
towards the small hospital. Yeah, I've got him again. Got him again. We nearly lost him.
Sorry, yeah.
Heading straight.
He's in the
past-
gate.
Like,
Yeah, past the small hospital, the sub-hospital. He's going across the tram tracks now. Oh, he's
The
got
train
he's
comes
going
down.
don't
Right.
do this again.
across the
I'm crying
storm
out.
drain. Across the storm drain. He's going towards the oil fields and he's really pulling the distance now. I think he's turned left.
He's turned
Oh,
left.
nice.
He's on the docks.
Yeah, he
road,
has gone
going
left. He's
towards
gone across the
the.
storm drains
Los
again. That's a
Santos
power
Customs.
line.
I heard that. He's at the Los
He's going towards the
I'm just a
casino.
fuck that.
Oh,
Towards the casino.
whoever's
going
in that
under the
gold
motorway.
jacket.
He didn't come out from under the motorway. Whoever's there, he
He's-
didn't
I've
come
not
out
seen
from the
anything.
motorway. I don't know where he's
Right,
going.
You can still see the white car in the.
Check the sound drain, make sure it's not jumping sound drain.
No, he ends up at the casino. I saw the white car.
I don't think you did.
Oh, I see him. Yep. Okay, right. He's going towards from casino towards shopping centre. Down that main road, but he's going too quick. I was the wrong way. Whoever's just gone up, you meant to go left.
So I don't have found a panto.
Oh, lads.
No,
I don't know where. I saw him go this direction. I don't know if he turned off.
What's he in a primo?
No,
No, that's in
that's it then.
Check. Has Scotty's been got yet?
No.
No, head towards Scott.
Heading in that direction.
Oh, is that it? Is that it? It might be heading towards Scotland in the
That's logical.
I think he is actually. Is someone there?
Okay.
This has been awful.
I can't say if that's one of us.
Doesn't
or
matter,
that's
it's been
him.
awful for
Going
you,
towards
Chris.
Scotty's apartment.
Yeah.
I'm going towards
Speed on the
Scotty's.
main road.
I just had a massive crash. But I'm fine.
Now, I tried my best at playing dead. It very, very nearly worked. And the problem was, it's just that little bit of suspicion, and as soon as they get out of the car, there's nothing I can do but run. If they point the gun at me, it will show up a health bar. You can't get rid of that. It's just the way GTA 5 is. I was hoping they were going to leave it alone. I think maybe the rolling backwards was a little bit of a problem for me. I didn't quite get it sort of stopped in the way an AI might. Regardless, it very, very nearly worked. It very, very, very nearly worked. Just not quite in the end. I mean, the getaway, it was the exemplar speed in the end. I tried losing the corners, didn't quite work. I managed to get that little bit of a gap to them and then just use the straight line speed that nothing else could match. And once we got out of line of sight, hide the car in a kind of driveway, and as you can see, they were the other side of the city. They had no idea where I was. We went for, I say, a little bit of showboating. There was an orange Buffalo. There wasn't very long to go. I figured we'd have a go. The Buffalo's a pretty good choice as far as getaway cars go. They wouldn't have time to be searching absolutely everything, so I just went in this for, I say, for for a bit of fun. It was still going to be a good getaway car. I wouldn't want to be in a whole survival hunt with this because it's quite obvious. But yeah, for the ending, I thought it'd be entertaining. It turns out, oddly, there was another orange Buffalo that got some AIs in trouble.
Right, I know I'm on the very edge.
Oh, well,
I know this is a bit of a... It's someone near that can see me near the edge of the city, near the very north, just coming out of the hills. Let me just check which way it turns. There's an orange Buffalo. It's turning back into the city, yeah. There's an orange Buffalo here that's been pretty much on the yellow line the entire time down this twisty road. And
I'm on my way.
Buffalo.
Orange
Wait,
Buffalo. It's just come out of the hill. It's just come out of the hill road near the university.
I'm by cemetery.
Yeah, near the court centre.
Yeah, by the athletics track. Underneath me.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'll get enough time to get up there, to be honest.
There's
Yeah.
an orange. It's just the last gas. There's an orange Buffalo below me that's been acting very strange. Yeah, that one.
Are you sure?
I just watched.
What?
Okay.
What was that?
It's quite a
What
big
was
lot
that?
of traffic. Just by the
I just heard
thingy.
something in the wind there. I'm not sure.
Give me a slight information.
Scotty, why would you say that?
And do a
Is it
count
because you're
Does that
trying to
count
protect
for
your
kill?
prey? Hmm.
So while they were off looking in the hills, I mean, I was trying to get to a pre at this point. I kind of just forgot and missed the one that was up by the cinema in this particular run, but we didn't have very much time left at this point, and this was kind of just a quick, let's go and head down and try and find what we could. We could try and find one more to blow up, and yeah, unsurprisingly, in my haste to try and find stuff, may have been a little bit of a giveaway, not that I had much time left.
I've seen this orange Buffalo.
When the party's died as well.
Scotty, have you seen
it's
this
all
junction
ran a red
that's
light.
about one down from you that is just chaos?
Yeah, the party's definitely died.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear
I
it.
found him.
Chaos.
Strip club.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
How did you even
Kill
find him?
Kill him quickly.
He, you know, down by the strip club, obviously you got like the concrete.
Stop talking, just smash.
Obviously.
I've lost him because I
Hulk
smash.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, not that gear.
Let's go. I don't think they've gone into the strip club.
So yeah, they had cottoned on to the Buffalo doing some iffy movements, but as I said, there was only a tiny amount of time left at the end. I just missed where one of the cars, I think it might have been at Simeon's garage or something, or somewhere around there. I just missed where the car was slightly on the map, and I didn't have time because we were really, really running out of time to loop my way around. But I mean, the stealth tactic was good. The stealth tactic worked to an extent. I mean, the time I was caught was nothing I could do about it. They just happened to have a car crash directly into me, and trying to play dead is difficult. Sometimes you can pull it off, but so many vehicles were heading that way that I just couldn't quite make it work. It was fun. It was different. As I said, much slower pace game, this one. But it almost got the complete stealth. Almost managed to make it. One day, maybe. Who knows? That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. A big thank you to Scotty for recording the map and the game chat and all of that sort of stuff. Shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.